And a very good morning to all of you on behalf of MedCruise. Welcome to our session of Trends in the Med. As you will know, due to the unavailability of panelists this morning, it's only going to be a Trends in the Med session with no questions and answers. So, without any further ado, let me introduce to you Airam Diaz-Pastor, who is the president of MedCruise.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the Trends in the Med session online. It's going to be the first time ever that we're going to do this presentation, taking into analysis the statistics from 2019, taking a view about the global pandemic and the evolution in our cruise industry, and finally, but not least, talking about the actions that we are taking from MedCruise and the Mediterranean ports in order to do the comeback as soon as possible. Before we begin, we have to talk about what is MedCruise. Many of you know about our beloved association, but some of you, it's the first time you are looking at this type of presentations. So we have to take a look and say that MedCruise is all what you can see on the screen. Each point that you can see on the screen, this yellow point, is a port, is a destination, a country, a member, that we are looking forward for the same goal, that is to promote and to encourage the cruise industry inside the Mediterranean and the adjoining seas. We are divided in different regions, from the West Med, that is included the near Atlantic, countries like Portugal, Spain, Gibraltar, Morocco, going through also Italy, France, Tunis, Malta, through other ones. And then after, moving forward to the Adriatic, the beautiful Adriatic, with countries like Italy once again, Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, Greece, and some other countries, all reflected inside this beautiful sea. In the other hand, also, we are having the East Mediterranean. The East Mediterranean with the beauties from Turkey, from Israel, Egypt, Cyprus, Greece, and other countries that I want to develop and encourage inside our beloved association. And finally, but not least, we are having the beauties of the Black Sea. The Black Sea itself, with many ports and destinations like Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Turkey, and some other countries that want to come back, like Russia or Georgia, to our MedCruise association. Saying that, we've been going through the history. It was in 1996 when MedCruise was held, was formed by spectacular port members, that they identified that the cruise line executive, they were willing to have an association of cruise ports inside the Mediterranean to develop new itineraries. So from 1996 until now in 2020, we've been growing with a special program in 2006, in which we accommodate, we integrate also the associate member program inside our association. Nowadays, we are 73 different port authorities, more than 135 ports, and around 34 associate members. Saying that, in MedCruise, we are divided our work inside the board of directors. It's a board of directors that is spread all around the Mediterranean and adjoining seas, as you can see on the screen, in which we have right now Miki Guerrero from Gibraltar, Maria Cano from Palamos. We are having also Valeria Mangiarotti from Sardinian ports, Cristina De Gregori from Genoa Savona. From Tunis, we are having Mohamed Omrade. The beauties of Corfu with our senior vice president, Mr. Aris Batsuli, Laura Chimaya from Brindisi, Teodora Riga from Port of Piraeus. Also, we are having our new director from Port of Volos, and we are having Carla Salvador from Turkish ports, and finally, but not least, Figen Ajan from Istanbul, and Theodore from Port of Constanza. So our board of directors is all spread about the Mediterranean, and they are giving us all the information about what's going on in the different regions together with all our members. Saying that, and after the elections we've been taking 3 years ago, we create a working plan, as you can see divided on the screen, with the different tasks assigned to each director. Each director is trying to look forward to develop the assigned task that have been taken 3 years ago. As I said on the beginning of the presentation, we're going through the analysis of statistics that we've been doing through 2019, the previous year. We have seen a great evolution from 28 to 2019 with spectacular growth of over 7% in terms of cruise passenger movement. And in terms of cruise calls, we are reaching nearly more than 6% from 2018. Cruise passenger movement and evolution in the last 5 years, the reach of over 30 million cruise passenger movement has been our latest evolution and biggest success in our association nowadays. At the same time, with the cruise calls, in which the spectacular growth going up to 13,000 calls inside the Mediterranean at the joining seas, has been a great success that we've been going through the different regions. At the same time, when we take an analysis by country, we have to say that even in passenger movements and also in number of calls, Italian ports, they have the leading position inside our association, following in this occasion in passenger movement by Spanish, French, Greeks, Portuguese, Croatian, and other ones. And when we take an analysis in passenger calls, cruise calls, we're having Spanish, Greek, Croatian, French, and Portuguese ports following by the other ones. The world, I repeat, is too big, but when we talk about cruise industry, it's getting smaller. The Mediterranean has been in a predominant position through the years in which the growth of our region going over 40% of the deployment in 2019 make us being stronger and stronger. That's why we can say very proud and with the mouth very clear that MedCruise is the #1 cruise port association worldwide and is the second region in terms of deployment in our beautiful world. So I will not like to take the chance to do not say thank you. Thank you for all MedCruise family for the great commitment, the great performance you've been doing in 2019, and I'm quite sure that we will do it all together once again in this challenging 2020. So congratulations. Another step about this presentation, Trends in the Med, is going to be about the cruise industry analysis. It's time to understand that we're going through this challenging period, and this has a timeline that we would like to show you right now with IMO and World Health Organization and the different steps that we've been going and seeing through the last 2 months. We have seen in January, for example, the warning of the new virus that was coming up. There was a committee from the World Health Organization also in January, and in February, we've been seeing some disease that has a name that was COVID-19, and then finally some joint statement by IMO and World Health Organization, following by some operational considerations and the International Chamber of Shipping coronavirus guidelines. We're going through the month of January, February, March, and right now we have seen that the World Health Organization been creating an assessment pandemic, the COVID-19. Following by the European epicenter of the pandemic, countries like Italy or Spain, they've been strongly touched by this COVID-19, following by the first IMO Secretary General statement, 1 million of cases worldwide, a statement collaboration with the vaccine, and video meeting with port state control. These were the main timeline effect that IMO and World Health Organization, we've been going through this timeline the last 3-month period. Also, we need to understand the shutdown of the cruise industry. At the beginning, there were some cruise line companies like Princess or Viking or Virgin that they were saying, we want to stop down our deployment, want to stop down our cruise within the different regions in order to see the evolution of this pandemic, following by all the other ones in the 13th of March, 14, 15, 16 of March, and following also by all major cruise line operators that operates inside the Mediterranean at adjoining seas. Following the 17th of March, for example, Holland American or Marella or Crystal Fred Olsen, AIDA, the 20th of March, and following also by Hapag-Lloyd. So this evolution, this shutdown timeline that we've been seeing make us to the position where we are right now, that we are waiting for orders. So our beautiful industry, we've been going through different cases in our history. We've been having the problem that we had in New York with the Twin Towers, global economic crisis, geopolitical issues, technical and nautical issues in our industry, and right now we're going through COVID-19. So this is just one step that we need to fight and seeing all together as a family, as a stakeholders to rise up and come back again as soon as possible. Saying that, after the analysis of the different companies and seeing worldwide how was being the situation until nowadays, we have to also identify how is the situation in the different countries inside the Mediterranean. For example, countries like Turkey or Ukraine, they are already been opening the borders for tourism. That's a very good step and very good sign. At the same time, we have a group of around 16 different countries, 11 different countries that they are looking forward to reopen the market as soon as possible in July 1st. We have to also to understand that governments, they need to implement all these measures, taking in consideration the evolution of their national pandemic and the evolution in their nationalities and their residents. So it could be that maybe this opening of these borders will be switching 1 week after 1 week before. But normally, a big majority of different countries from July 1st, they will be open their borders to international tourism. And we have also we have a group of countries that are still having the border closed, totally closed, in order to wait to see how the evolution of this pandemic. So we have to reinforce this message that MedCruise and Mediterranean cruise ports are waiting to welcome you as soon as possible. Saying that, from MedCruise Association, we're trying to develop in the last 2 months a strategy of different actions to be taken in consideration to make the comeback as soon as possible, in collaboration with many other private and public associations. For example, stakeholders. Our collaboration with the European Union, trying to reach and to have updated information from different guidelines and protocols to be sharing within our members, has been a fact. At the same time, we do not have to forget all the MOUs that MedCruise have been signing with national port associations like Spaniards, Italians, Hellenic ones, or even Croatians. We've been taking advantage of them, getting updated information about the situation in each real estate country. We do not forget, we are working in progress to develop also with other Mediterranean countries like Portuguese, like French one, or for example, the Turkish one that we're working on progress. Collaboration also not only with state associations, but also with private stakeholders of the industry, IAVP, CLIA, MedPorts, IHPH, PIAN, Cruise Euro, ESPO, or RETE are some of them. And we do not have to forget the press, the media, the conference, the showrooms in which we were meeting each other and working and networking and creating business all the time. Also, we are in strong collaboration with them, trying to coordinate the comeback all together. In a second point, we've been trying to develop our digitalization and marketing of the Mediterranean information not only from the ports, but from each different country. That's why the promotion and marketing is essential and crucial for us in MedCruise. At the same time, we have to say, we copied and pasted one initiative very well developed from one of our port members, Valencia Port, in which we've been doing a short video campaign trying to give message of encourage and also message of hope to do and to assist to the cruise industry about all the work that the different regions and countries we've been trying to do to promote our beautiful destinations. At the same time, we changed our website, clear, transparent, and we included some information about COVID-19 latest update news. Very useful for cruise line executive to get updated information through our site web, and also all additional information they may need about port operations, protocols, or different measures to be taken for laying up vessels. A statistic report, even if right now, maybe all the statistics we've been done in 2019, they don't have the same effect as they should be. We have to congratulate, and me personally, on the first step, to the Secretary General and their team for the excellent work and performance that they've been doing with statistic report from 2019 that is available online to our members and also to the cruise industry. Sustainability is one of the main tasks also that is linked right now with this global pandemic. The goal of having zero emission of greenhouse gases in 2050 and the revise of the initial strategy, there are some of the facts that MedCruise is very concerned about. Saying that, that's the reason why from MedCruise we created a new working group called Energy and Sustainability that is going to be led by our director from Energy and Sustainability, Ms. Valeria Mangiarotti from Sardinian Ports. Another step to be taken has been the effect and the information that from MedCruise we've been giving to all our members and to the cruise industry about the situation in the different ports in the Mediterranean. That's why the COVID-19 impact and how we could saw and seen right now that the cruise line managers and cruise line companies, they've been choosing the Mediterranean as a shelter port for laying up their vessels. So MedCruise ports were not only when there are good times in terms of passenger movement and number of calls, but also to assist, to perform, to help, to give discount, and to support our main customers, the cruise line, during these days. That's why around 82 different cruise vessels, they are in layup conditions inside the Mediterranean at adjoining seas. The impact of the comeback analysis that we've been going through our social media updated weekly by our secretariat, trying to give update and current information when the cruise lines they are willing to come back, in which period, to try to accommodate and to try to have enough information is essential for MedCruise Association. Saying this, and I want to give thanks in first opinion to IHPH. IHPH, we've been working together with them, with his president Santi Millá and his CEO, in order to participate together with the guidelines that IHPH is collaborating with IMO. After what happened in the Twin Towers in New York, we all got the ISPS code, worldwide recognized by all ports. We believe that after this global pandemic also, we are going to be working in a new protocol, new guidelines in which MedCruise will be participating directly together with IHPH. In this occasion, we believe that the creation of a committee of expert working group from MedCruise ports is essential to get all this information reorganized from the different countries and being able to provide it to IMO through IHPH. The information is crucial. Sub-regional meetings will be taking place right now. Each director will be leading one sub-regional meeting nearby their area, in which no matter if you are big, if you are small, if you are more in the west or in the east, all MedCruise ports, they will have the opportunity and the chance to give update information that will be included in all different working groups that we are developing inside MedCruise Port Association. For example, North African MedCruise, North African Working Group, you have seen on the screen all the different tasks they've been working through this pandemic the last 3 months. Same thing from the Black Sea, and the same thing will be coming from the source market. Finally, also we are going to the 7th of the different points that we are developing is the professional development course. Professional development course or training is essential nowadays. We did it one last year in 2019 in Genoa and Savona during the MedCruise Awards. And now more than ever, we need to be trained. We need to be focused. We need to get enough information and to understand how we can be acting to the future of our cruise industry. That's why we are giving to all our members two professional development programs with two different entities that with great success, I hope, that will give all this detailed information to be leading in this time of crisis. The berth allocation will be something to be discussed in the cruising of the future. Maybe, and this is my opinion, I think that all this global pandemic is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to do the things better. And one of the things that we could do better is to reorganize all the vessels coming inside our ports, trying to avoid massification of 6, 7, or 8 vessels, the ports that they could handle it, in order to distribute more around the different ports inside the Mediterranean and do not have so much congested our ports and our destination. That's why we have this berth allocation working group that will be leading by our Senior Vice President, Mr. Arif Vatsuli from Port of Corfu, and is working on progress to be developed inside the association. Other things that we've been trying to do is to go online with different events. I want to give thanks, in first opinion, in my first place, to Royal Caribbean and especially to Miguel Reina. You know, with Miguel Reina, we've been working and trying to develop this exceptional webinar with 5 different vice president from Royal Caribbean to begin the discussion, to begin to open and to talk and to see how we can help each other, how we can help out the cruise lines, what we can do for them as ports and as destinations. It has been a very success webinar. Right now, I have to tell you also that during this week, we're going to have one-to-one webinar also with Neil Palumba, President CEO from Costa Crociere, that I want to thank him personally now about his commitment and opportunity to discuss also about the Mediterranean and the possibility of cruising together with Costa. Another online event that we have done with a great success has been our General Assembly. The first time ever that we are going through a General Assembly online. For Mediterranean ports, it's important to see each other, to touch each other, to see how we are developing, to share the best practice. So it has been very challenging for all of us to try to have this General Assembly online. And I think that was a great success for all the members, in which we've been going through all our strategy, talking about what will be the future of cruising of tomorrow and how we can improve in our nowadays to develop the Mediterranean ports and the Cruise Port Association that we are. I have the pleasure to be the president now. Talking about presidency, I had the chance and opportunity also to talk to all honorary presidents that have been going through the history inside MedCruise. I think it's important to get the knowledge from the people that have the expertise, the people that create this beloved association, and has been the first one of many meetings that I would like to lead in order to say in that, to try to understand about MedCruise, trying to see with their expertise how it can be implemented nowadays about the cruising of the future of tomorrow. Last year, there was the first time we created the MedCruise Awards. Unfortunately, this year was going to be taking place in Madeira port. It's going to be next year during summertime, but without seeing the possibility to cancel the MedCruise Awards, we are going to do it online. I think it's time to have a recognition for the companies, for the ports, for the destinations, that maybe we are not having any calls, we are not moving any passenger, but we are working to try to promote and to make the comeback as soon as possible. And from MedCruise, we have the commitment with this industry, and that's the reason why we're going to go online with the MedCruise Awards that you will know about shortly. So, trying to summarize, we have the first time ever global stop in our cruise industry, that all Mediterranean ports, they've been looking forward to lay up no matter which vessel, and the cruise line companies, they've been choosing to go to the Mediterranean ports looking for sheltered waters. The cooperation to be back between different ports and different destinations. This is an exceptional situation, and this is very important to understand. We are going to get out from this global pandemic and this global crisis. The communication with the stakeholders is crucial and important and vital to make the comeback as soon as possible. Digitalization and social media is a key nowadays to inform and to give hope to all destinations and all different ports. The internal training or professional development course is important to be taken nowadays, now that we have time to be at home, even if we are working more than ever, but it's time to be trained and make this effort. And finally, but not least, as I said before, all this global pandemic is an opportunity to improve, is an opportunity to do the things better. And that's the reason why in our shipyard, we are creating our new vessel for 1 year term with new task, new development, new strategy, and you will be surprised. You will love to cruise inside our new project for MedCruise and the Mediterranean and adjoining sea ports. So, as I usually say, more than ever, port together, and thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you, Iram, for that wonderful insight into what's happening in the Mediterranean, Trends in the Med. May I invite you all to join us on Friday, and you will receive information from the Secretariat on this to join us in our session with Costa Cruises on Friday. For the moment, that's all from us. Have a great day and stay safe.